Que hola?
Yeah.
Que hola is like saying what's up in Cuban. Cuban sees another Cuban be like, hey, que hola?
So I'm currently here in Nutley, New Jersey. Cubita. From outside, it looks really small. You walk in, it actually feels like I'm in like a hip hop lounge. He got Biggie on the wall. He got the Woo with the Cuban flag on it, which is dope. I feel like I'm already at home. So I'm gonna try out their food. They got like the Cuban sandwiches. They got like the everything empanadas. We're about to get into something real good. All right, so stay tuned.
My name's Gustavo Gutierrez. I'm the owner of Cubita Cafe here in Nutley, New Jersey. We're making a Cuban sandwich right now. So the pork for this sandwich takes about 2.5 days between marinade, roasting, cooling, and then slicing by hand. So I keep the diagram here, this way we could educate people. A lot of people will make the sandwich with the pernil from the front, but that's not the correct way to make a traditional Cuban sandwich. You get the ham from the back of it and you roast it off, and then we slice it. So when you bite into it, the chunks don't fly out of it like it would with pernil. You could actually have a bite and the sandwich stays whole. It's also a lot harder to do because it doesn't have as much marbling, so it's a very tricky thing. But yeah, we put it on here. It'll stay on here for at least 10 minutes. So low and slow is the trick to this. And you know, the bread's super key. Like this bread is a traditional Cuban bread. There's two types of Cuban bread. They have one that's made with fat and one that's made with water. Being that the sandwich is already fatty from the ham and the cheese and the pork, we use the one that's made with water. And we pick this up twice a week from Union City, the most traditional Cuban bakery you can find. And I always say a good Cuban sandwich, you do the flick test. If you flick it and it doesn't sound like you're hitting cardboard, somebody messed up somewhere.
I love the style here, man. I love the style. 90s hip hop all the way. You got Biggie on the wall, Wu-Tang. What inspired you with that one?
So I grew up in Union City, which is a lot of Cubans over there. But like, look, I like Hella Chluy, Tito Puente, I like all that stuff. But on a day-to-day, that's not what I'm listening to, right? And we do a lot of traditional Cuban food, but we also do a lot of stuff that's out the norm. I mean, we have a everything bagel empanada with bacon, egg, and cheese. That's not traditional. So when I decided to open this place, I said, let's do something different. Something that people are gonna be like, what the hell? You know what I mean? So like putting a straw hat and a guayabera on Biggie Smalls sounded crazy. And I told people at first, like, it doesn't make sense. But people like it, man. People walk in, they're taking pictures with Big, they're listening to the boombox. So we wanted to create something special. I feel like, look, every Cuban restaurant has the same theme, the same decor, the same menu, and we don't want to be that. We want to be something different that people are like, yo, if you want top-notch, top-tier Cuban food, this is where you go. You want to eat something different, this is where you go, you know? And we do have traditional things, right? And we just elevate the techniques on those things. But for the most part, we're always trying to reinvent, right? We're trying to do the things that nobody else is doing and make this a destination. Why people drive 30, 40 minutes to come here? Because it's not just a regular spot.
You're a full-fledged chef too, man. You got culinary background and everything.
Yeah.
Let them know, man.
So look, man, I was a fine dining boy my whole life. I never thought I wanted to do Cuban food. I did it at the beginning. I was like, I don't want to do this. And my wife got pregnant. We got quarantined. And I was driving her crazy in the house. I made empanadas one day from scratch because I grew up in a Cuban household. I didn't speak a word of English, yet I've never seen anybody actually make the dough. We always buy the disc. So I'm like, let me see what's up. Let me see if it's worth it. And I made it. I posted a picture, and Instagram started going crazy. People were like, hey, can I buy some? I'm like, I guess. And that's how this whole business started. It started out of a 2-car garage during COVID. Had people pulling up. I was dropping it off at people's doors, and that's how we built this business. And then, you know, from there, now we expanded and we do coffee. We have a custom coffee that's just for us. It's not a blend. It's a single origin, custom Cuban roast that we get in. We sell that by the pound. We sell it by the cup. We do the empanadas. We do all our desserts in-house. We just launched, now we're doing rice and beans every day. You get ropa vieja, picadillo, all those traditional Cuban dishes. And yeah, man, and we make killer sandwiches. That's our thing. people don't do this. This is a step that makes us very different from most places. A lot of places, especially growing up in Union City, be like, oh, that place has great Cuban sandwiches, but it's always cold in the middle, right? So we open this up. So this is still a little cold inside, right? Which, if you cook professionally, one of your biggest fears should be serving cold food or under-seasoned food in the broiler. But literally, this is like a 30-second thing. If you go longer than 30 seconds, it dries out. I can't tell you how many Cuban sandwiches I've made these cooks throw out and cook again. But you get used to it after a while. Now they know they don't walk away from it. Put it in 30 seconds, it warms it through, and we don't gotta burn it over there. It's still perfectly white. It's not all crispy on top and dried out. And then this is the secret sauce. Everybody wants to know what's in it. You gotta kill me to find out. We'll be bottling this, you'll see it in your supermarket one day. It's the mojo, which is the base of flavor for all Cuban cooking, similar to sofrito, which a lot of people are more familiar with. When people are cheap on the pickles, you need that acid in there to maximize the flavor. Also, if you notice, we don't put the pickle on until the end. So like for those people that hate pickles, I understand you, I've been one of you. You don't want pickle juice on it because somebody took it off after, right? So we do the pickle at the end, and that way it doesn't get as hot, the pickle, and it maintains all of its acid. And now we put it back on here. The butter goes on at the end because if not, it burns.
It's an honor to see him do what he's doing. I mean, he got a lot of passion, a lot of knowledge about the culture. I didn't even know about this. I mean, I kind of knew about it because I watched my boy, he covered them. I'll make sure I'll link his video in the description too, but yo, vibes, culture, innovation, Cubita Nutley. I'll leave their address in the description too. The Cuban sandwich looks incredible. It's even more incredible when you have someone explain the process. You know what I mean? That's what I like about these small businesses. When you go into small businesses, you meet the owner, you get to hear their story, and they put together some incredible stuff. In this case here, this Cuban sandwich, it's been sitting not that long because I've been just like lollygagging here, but we're gonna do it just like this. Me, I love pickles. The more, the merrier when it comes to pickles. The bread looks amazing. Y'all been watching the channel, y'all know I love bread. It just smells incredible. I want to give a shout out to Memo again. He's here. He's over there having a caffeine panic attack. I got on a lav mic. Let's do this. This has got to be the most. I had a few. I got a Cuban sandwich episode that I didn't release yet. That's more like old school style. Whatever he got going on here, this is the most incredible tasting Cuban sandwich I've ever had. The pork, the ham, the mojo, the pickles, the acidity from the pickles, the crunchiness of the bread, the cheese. Bro, this is a masterpiece. Hopefully you don't hear this. I don't want to ruin the surprise. Bro, this is a masterpiece. This is game-changing type of sandwich. The bread, totally different characteristics. I'm full. This is my fourth place I filmed today. But you know what? When the food is good, you can't help but eat it. Cubita in Nutley, New Jersey. This is one of the most, probably one of the most incredible sandwiches I've had this year. Off of just flavor, texture alone. Now, you know, it's pork, so I do apologize to my non-pork eaters, but it's so good. Mamo.
Yeah, bussin'.
You're right, just bussin'. Being that I'm in a nice environment like this just has everything from the 90s that I can think of. Now, I'm probably saying that because of the Biggie picture and the Wu-Tang picture and his vibes. Like this has so much love, so much passion. It has the struggle, it has the beauty. Like this literally is one of my favorite sandwiches of this year. I've had Cuban sandwiches before, but this is another level of degree. Cubita, take a bow.
So it's basically 1 shot of espresso and 1 shot of coquito.
Let's do it.
Which is the perfect balance.
Wow. It's like Nas Illmatic right here, man. Like, had the spices, it had everything. You taste the fresh espresso, nice and hot. It has a seasonal taste to it. Incredible. What else?
This is our Taylor ham, egg, and cheese everything bagel empanada. It's like our claim to fame. And this is our cheese empanada with everything bagel seasoning. So we use 2 types of cheese. Swiss for the flavor, mozzarella for the pull. And then this is a hot sauce that we make in-house.
Okay.
As I always say, that's for the big boys of hot sauce.
All right, trying to test my gangster right now. Let's do it. This is their claim to fame right here. This is where it started. Sometimes it starts with something like this, and now you have a whole establishment. The everything bagel empanada. You hungry? We're gonna keep it going though. When I ask for something spicy, bring me something like this, all right? This got kick to it. This is fantastic. This is the genesis of why this started, right? That hot sauce is hot. On to the next. Golly. That's fun. This is fun. This right here,
What is that even?
that's fun. Whew. Oh, what else we got, man?
I'm just gonna keep bringing it. So that's a ham croquette that we do in house. We actually grind a little bit of bacon in with our ham too. We make the bechamel, make everything from scratch. And that's a beef and cheese empanada, and the sauce is mojo aioli. So the same mojo that we put on the sandwich, we make a mayonnaise out of it so that way it could actually adhere to things.
Whew. All right, 1 bite. That's all I can do. My Philly peoples, if y'all don't eat, I mean, I know a lot of y'all don't eat bacon, so just so y'all know, there is bacon in here. Let's try this out. That's how bomb.
Bacon.
Ooh. That's good. I think this is my last. That's the only thing I can do left.
I got one more for you.
Got one more?
This is arguably our best empanada.
Okay.
It's our chicken empanada.
Okay.
So the chicken is sous vide, and all the herbs in there are cut by hand. There's no food processor or anything like that.
You heard him. The only thing he bought, only thing that's not made here is the ketchup and what else?
And the mayonnaise.
And
That's
the,
it.
that's big flexing right there. Big time flex right there. Sheesh. Oh, snap. I'm making a mess. Hold on, let me clean up. These empanadas are different, bro. The love that goes into this is like designer, like a designer bag in a way, you know what I mean? You could tell like this is like hand pressed and you could taste the love in the actual meats and cheese. So this is their best seller. This is the best one from what he told me. It's nice and hot. Let's open this up. Ooh. What we got in here? I'm about to burn my face off with this one. Ooh. Hold on. This chicken, look. You can see that they make the chicken here. Look at that. Oh. Oh, you saved the best for last. This is possibly one of the best chicken empanadas. Actually, any type of empanadas. Woo! This empanada has award-winning type of empanada on it, like for real. And so it does a Cuban sandwich. I mean, let me know what y'all think. Big time meals here, man. Like it really is. Like don't let it fool you. Like it looks small on the outside. When you come in here though, it opens up. Good vibes, good energy. But the food ultimately has to be great. This is great. Happy holidays to y'all. That was the food, I'd say, was more of an experience, if anything. It was something to remember. This is how this is how you're supposed to have every meal as a memorable meal. This is one of them. When I think of Cubita now, I'm gonna think of, wow, that was some great food they got there, right? Nutley got a gem. Nutley has, excuse me, I'm full. This is my fourth spot. Bang, bang, bang. I started at 11:30 this morning. Hot dogs. I had deep fried hamburgers. I had another hot dog spot. And now I got this. So, and I'm still, and I'm full, but I'm still able to taste the quality. It's not over salty. Nothing about it is like over, like savory or anything like that. It's just the right amount of herbs, seasoning you can taste. And on top of that, they have a cafe. They're not just warming up coffee for you. Like my man actually made an espresso. So I'm gonna take one to go because it's that good. I thought I was done, but I'm not done. They have dessert for me. Tres leche. They got everything here, man. I actually thought it was just a small shop that just has a few things, but they actually,
We actually make all the desserts and everything in-house.
yeah. That's the good thing about like these small shops. They tend to do everything in-house and very intimate, very personal. That's why I love highlighting small mom and pop shops like this, man. This is what it's all about.
Fish leches.
Man, you got moves, dog. You got moves. Where you learn how to do that? Where you learn how to do that from?
Yo, it's good. Now aftertaste. You can taste all three of the milk.
Y'all got to get here ASAP. That's all I can say. With that being said, I'm out of here. Shout out to the homeboy Memo. Shout out to that boy Biggie from Bed-Stuy, Cubita, Nutley, New Jersey. Got a fabulous establishment here. They got a winner. With that being said, thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.